recording again. Here we go. Got the mic check on, light on. Yep. Aggressive cuddling. Got the shirts. So, for those of you who don't know, let's see, can we get the back? Can we see the back over there?
Yeah,
see it?
kind of. You can only see the logo.
Can I see the logo over there? Alright. Fractal BJJ, our man who produced all of our roll soap, still is doing the roll soap. Now is into apparel and gear. We got shirts. It's got a killer new rash guard out too. That Dragon's Breath thing.
Dragon one.
So, okay. So I'll be right there. So I'm gonna go take care of that in 1 second. But yeah, he's got a lot of cool stuff. You want to tell him about that? Where to find his stuff, and I'll be right back.
So you can go to fractalbjj.com. And it's actually really cool. He sent me a few shirt ideas already of like new shirts that he's thinking about doing, and some of them, I mean, while most of it is jiu-jitsu related because that's where he got his start in, he does show his love to like the aggressive cuddling. Obviously, just grappling overall. It's not meant just for jiu-jitsu. He's got a shirt that he was showing me, and I'm not sure if he's finalized the design yet, but it's an I Heart Grappling shirt, and it talks about all the different forms. It's got like catch wrestling, jiu-jitsu, sambo. It's really cool. Someone who got his start in jiu-jitsu just shows how much he loves the sport of grappling in general. It's not just jiu-jitsu. Like he respects all of the grappling arts, and even as wrestlers, I think that we can all appreciate that. So yeah, I was telling them about the new shirt design that he sent me. It hadn't been finalized yet.
Oh yeah,
but because one thing, he loves grappling all over, not just jiu-jitsu.
So that's what I kind of liked about our being a wrestling podcast, but having a jiu-jitsu sponsor is kind of unique, I think, and kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also at the same time, like you said, he's just a grappling purist. So. And
that's the thing. He's got a shirt that he's thinking about coming out with that says "I Heart Grappling," and it's going to list like all the different types, like catch wrestling, regular wrestling. I don't know if he breaks it down with folk style and freestyle and Greco, or if he just put wrestling, jiu-jitsu, sambo, judo, like stuff like that. He just loves grappling.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I wonder if
Grady is a large.
XXL. Great. No, Grady was the double X.
Oh.
And then you had like 3X. Right.
Yeah.
All right. So also fixing the spreadsheet out really quick. So I'm gonna say if possible. Okay. There we go. All right. So getting this ready. We're actually gonna go ahead and place this order here momentarily as well. I'll go ahead and minimize that there. Close that out there. So. Getting ready to place the order, as you were talking about shirts and whatnot, for the Cerebrus Wrestling.
Yep.
So we'll have those coming out soon. And actually, more shirts than I thought we were going to order initially. So, thanks for reaching out and letting us know that you guys wanted one. And hopefully those should be in soon. And we will get those out to everybody. And then I was going to ask you, since I just stepped out, with his website and stuff, can we order directly off his website? Or is it still... Does it link to Etsy or?
No, you can actually order directly off the website now, and he's working on doing the
soap on there as well.
Well, not only the soap, but also adding.
I flipped onto it I think when it was in its beta phase, the web page, because it was still brand new. But yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it's still he's still working on different things, ironing out the details. Like right now, he's still figuring out. He's putting the coupon code on there, so you can now get it off his website, not just Etsy. So that way you don't have to go to Etsy to get all the soap if you don't want. If you want the soap, you can go to fractalbjj.com, and I think the coupon codes will still be the same.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me the link yesterday, so I gotta look over it again.
Okay.
So
great. And then also, I know Jeremiah was checking out the episode and whatnot. Super 32 was not too long ago. Gave bar soap to a couple of the middle schoolers going up there. So I just thought it was kind of cool that roll soap was all the way out at Super 32. Up in Greensboro, so it's a biggest preseason tournament. So at least we're trying to throw that out there for you, my man. Hopefully, get some more people checking it out and using Cerebrus Wrestling. Save yourself 10% off some killer soap.
Yeah,
and I guess maybe off apparel too.
And these shirts, I think it's apparel too. But these shirts are real comfortable.
Yeah, shirts comfy, looks really nice. We had a couple different things we wanted to talk about today too. We kind of talked about freestyling and on out there. Any place you want to start off with?
We don't have anything written down, so I mean, I'm not sure what you want to start off with yet.
I mean, we talked about. I mean, obviously. All right, so let's go ahead and go wrestling, and then we'll lead into this one stuff. So, talked about Super 32. Cool tournament. A buddy of mine stopped by. My man Nick. And we talked about doing an episode of Tuckered Out. Hopefully, once he gets that up and running, that'll be really kind of cool. But he was in town. They went up there. They got to be up there for the tournament. Really cool tournament. But that being said, it was the biggest preseason tournament, which also meant regular season was kicking off. We've started off with regular season at middle school, at the high school. Colleges are going, and we started talking about it like just that first weekend of college wrestling. Some of the different things that were going on. One of the ones that I noticed, which I guess I shouldn't be a surprise because they did a great job of promoting their product and getting it out there. And if you follow Brutus, which we seem to talk about a whole lot, but they were talking about proud shoe sponsor, all these different venues, and I was really wondering how that was going to work out for a lot of places that their schools are Nike or Adidas schools or Under Armour schools. I think it seems to work more so with the Under Armour schools possibly, because the Under Armour schools don't have a wrestling shoe, so I think they're able to get into getting a team set of Ruda shoes. Unlike Adidas or Nike, they make a wrestling shoe, so I'm pretty sure if the school is, I don't know how those things work when the school is sponsoring something. If you're in an Adidas school or a Nike school, can you still pick your own shoe sponsor or whatever, however that works. But what I was getting at was it was actually kind of cool to see as I'm watching stuff on Flow in their first weekend. One of the first duels that I saw was who was it? Northern Colorado and who were they wrestling? Were they wrestling? Oh, West Virginia, and I think Northern Colorado. Ruda's shoes. I was like, it was just kind of cool to see it right off the bat. First duel off, the team's wearing Ruda's shoes.
Now I didn't get to see it. Now, did they have the northern? Did they have kind of like the Northern Colorado color scheme, or was it just?
Actually, they had the Kyle Snyders on.
Really?
So they had the Kyle. So that was the other thing that kind of impressed me because I was kind of expecting to see maybe the Rudis one is their baseline model that comes in multiple different colors. They had the blue and silver. They had a red. There's a black and there's a white. So there's a variety of colors that they could use. But you would think that the schools would be getting those, but it seems to be that I guess if you had the choice, and you maybe getting a school deal or something, they're going, so they're hitting the Snyders, which was really kind of funny. So speaking of Rudis new rules and new wrestlers, and I get an email from Rudis. So as we're talking about them, so
they must be listening.
If you're listening, throw some more love. We'll wear your shirts too. So we have, we've won the Sly Fox shirts, but I thought it was just kind of cool to see that company make the big push that they're making, put it all out there, and then, like I said, just that first weekend of wrestling alone, already seeing schools wearing the shoes in the duels, and you're like, I mean, they're noticeable.
Yeah.
And I just, I'm just think it's a really cool deal. I thought it was neat to see it. We talked about it, like how big it is for our sport. They're not one of the traditional powerhouses for shoes, but they've inserted themselves in there, and they're making an immediate impact, and we're seeing it right away.
Yeah, and I mean, it's super cool. I mean, it's kind of like, to me, I was worried that I was like, oh, they're either not going to get enough love, or it's going to be that they'll get love because people are supporting them,
and maybe but maybe they'd only get love up in the Ohio area because they're Ohio based, and
but then that next thing I know, I see they've been killing them. The shoes came out and everything. I haven't really heard anyone complain about the shoes.
No.
Everyone, you'll have some people they'll review them and be like, oh, I didn't like this. I mean, everyone I've seen who's used the shoe, worn it, looked at it, everyone seems to be in agreement that it's going to be a solid shoe line now. So
a solid shoe line.
It's going to be up there with.
I like the alternate color that they had for the Worlds, or the prototypes that they had out on. I don't think he actually had those shoes on. Speaking of Kyle Snyder and the shoes and whatnot, they didn't help him out in his match, unfortunately. But this kind of backtracking a little bit too, because you can't help but talk about Brutus without talking about Kyle Snyder.
Yeah.
But initial, did we talk about that last time? I don't think we
I
did.
don't
think
remember
we,
us talking about it.
maybe Worlds was getting ready to come up, so maybe that's what it was. But actually, we had our medal counts and all that kind of stuff over here that we thought. I know, I don't think we did talk about it last time, but
No.
basically what happened at Worlds was amazing. Like, we talked about, like, how much we homered out, but I think what ended up happening was they ended up showing the world just exactly how good we are.
Yeah.
And that we are truly a contender every year on out, and for us to have guessed and said that we were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 medals, I mean, we didn't
Some
get
would
8
say
medals.
Dake was going to get silver.
Yeah. Shut up. That was you. But no.
It was not me.
But that being said, though, like, we walked away with a slew of medals.
We did.
That was awesome. Snyder did get. Oh yeah, and I added it in there that on the last. I know because I added it in there because we both said Gwiz would get bronze and he did. So I guess what I'm getting at is, Snyder's getting silver was not what we wanted nor what we expected, but everything that he's done since then, his interviews, everything else, I still think he's spot on where he needs to be, what he wants to do. He's a great competitor. Listen to other podcasts about like Mindset Wrestling. I think that's the actual name of the podcast. And they talked about like, he was out there for 30, 40, 50 something seconds. And like he said, I did what I wanted. My mindset was in the right spot. I was, so he found the positives in that short amount of time of things that he wanted to do. It's just unfortunate that Sadulayev did a fantastic job of knowing his opponent. People have called it a junk move. Quasi actually asked me, he said, what'd you think of him getting caught in that middle school move? And I was like, yeah, it's kind of a middle school catch. I mean, it is a catch where you catch the arm and roll and stuff there. But, I mean, you got to give him that credit. He came back and he studied his opponent. He knew that in that situation that he scouted it enough to know that Snyder leaves his arm hanging there, apparently.
Yeah.
Just looking for something else.
People can say what they want. Even at that high level, some of the most basic things still work. I mean,
so he spotted something. He honed in on it. Now, did he bait for it? I don't think so. He just realized that in this situation, this is what he's seen. And that just goes to the level of wrestling which Sadulayev is at, their camp, their knowing stuff, and that fact that I think it's awesome that those two have had, this series of matches. Unfortunately, in freestyle, Greco, and all that, I don't know when the next time we'll see them wrestle. Because their season is kind of short. There's only a few different world international tournaments where they could possibly meet up at.
Yeah.
It's like kind of waiting all the way around to Worlds again before we're able to see that matchup. So I'm kind of saddened by the thought of how long it's going to take before we can see them wrestle again. And what happens. Obviously, we have Worlds next year, and then we have the Olympics the following year. Which I don't know. Is there anything else like on the Worlds that you wanted to talk about other than like Kyle Dake's?
And I mean, Quasi said it best. I mean, he said it. He went God mode. I mean, he did.
To go to the World Tournament and not get scored upon.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I knew Dake would do well. I did not know he would do that well.
Yeah, and he did everything he was supposed to have done. Like going out to the Eureka and everything else, losing to the Russian, and then coming back and being able to do that. It's like, hey, amazing stuff.
It was great stuff. David Taylor looked good. Jaden Cox.
Well, all right, let's go back to Taylor. Like Taylor's, did you see the one where he pretty much got knocked out mid-match? Like, he catches the boot, and, like, he's wobbled, and it falls on his face, like, crumpled sideways. UFC ref would have been, like, out,
it's over.
That'd been, like, out, but then gets back up and, like, finishes the match. That just shows how hungry he's been for that world title, and he finally got out and looked amazing getting after it. And then Cox coming through.
Yeah, that one shocked me because I had him.
We both had him we both had him at bronze because that's just the level which he's been wrestling at. So
and then Logie Bear not doing anything.
Yeah, but he's the one that we always say he'll either shoot himself out of a match or into a match.
Yeah.
And he's so hard to discount or count because he is a world gold medalist. He is a world champ. He is the best in the world. Unfortunately, at that day, he wasn't even a placer at that particular world tournament. So I don't know if that goes to the level of like the people at 65 kg. That's amazing.
And then what about Burroughs?
Burroughs?
We thought Burroughs would get gold.
Yeah, gold. But he made it to. Ironically enough, the guy that beat him beat Chamizo.
Yeah,
and then ended
we
up
still
winning.
got Chamizo and Burroughs.
So we still ended up seeing Chamizo and Burroughs, and Burroughs won it there.
But for bronze.
For bronze. But what's amazing about that though is after he loses in the quarters, because Chamizo lost in the semis, he came back. And his route to getting a medal was a difficult route because not only he had to win a match, and then he had to go through Chamizo to get it.
Yeah.
But he wasn't just wrestling for himself then. He was wrestling for the team, and he was scoring points, and he was keeping USA in it. And I thought that was just amazing.
Yeah.
He said he never thought he'd be so happy for bronze. And that just shows the level of, awesomeness this man is. To not just wrestle for himself, but to be wrestling for the team and for the U.S. and everything. And I just thought that was an amazing deal there.
Absolutely.
So, awesome.
What did we end up placing? Second, right?
Yeah, we got second.
So, we would have liked to sing first, but
sing first back to back would have been awesome. But I think what you'll see is what the women's team. I think women's team has within the last couple of years been consistently top 3, and I think we jumped back onto the scene winning. But we weren't consistently up there like we had been. Well, I don't know if we've really been consistently up there. We're not like Russia was in the past. Russia, Azerbaijan, all those guys were constantly was.
Yeah.
I think we've now established that the depth of our team, which is the awesome
hunger
thing, and the hunger, I think is going to keep our guys. And the guys that we got coming up, Valencia, Dieringer, Aymar, NATO's going to be in the mix. I really don't know how good of a freestyler he is. I just know following again.
Fix.
Fix is an awesome freestyler. You got Minnesota's. Can't believe I'm drawing a blank on his name. Dude is phenom.
Are you talking about heavy guy, Stevenson?
Yeah, Gable.
Yeah,
Gable. To also push these guys. So we've got a lot of young talent coming up for this freestyle era as well. Hopefully, Kuhn.
Adam Kuhn.
He can go freestyle.
Yeah,
or Greco.
Where's he gonna go? Where's he gonna go?
I actually got something about Greco. Remind me here in a minute.
Sweet. Greco lives matter.
Yes, they do. Greco lives matter always because that was my favorite thing too. So I might be a little biased, but what I'm saying though is hey, USA is established. I think we're gonna be a team to beat. We're gonna be a team that's gonna be in the hunt every year from here on for a long time coming. I see it being a while before we drop off and don't make top 5 type thing in the world. I think we're a team that will be in the hunt for a medal every year from here on for quite a while. That being said, before we get into Greco, where do you think people are? I already had it circled. You can get that way. So we started talking about it before. For the Olympic year, who goes where? Because we don't have all the weights that we have now for the Olympics. And more so than the lower weights, because, let's see, 65... Is it 50? I can't remember which one is the Olympic, 57 or 61. I can't remember which one of those is the Olympic weight. 65. Yeah, let me look at the Olympic weights. Oh, wake up, computer. So, maybe. Should be on. There we go. Alright, so we'll look up the Olympic weights really quick. And then, that's interesting. Alright, just type it in the top up there.
It's not even written.
No.
Let's see. Olympic
wrestling weights.
Freestyle weights.
But, at the heavier weights, where are guys going to go? And I've got an idea of what might happen. Obviously we're just speculating, but it's always...
so 50, it goes...
57.
So 57...
to 65. Does it really go 57 to 65?
Yep.
Alright, so 61's the non... Okay, so 57, 65...
74...
74...
86...
86...
97...
97...
125.
And 125.
Kilos, not pounds.
Yeah, kilos. So, 57, I think, is going to be. Do we want to write this one down too?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. I got another piece of paper. All right.
We need a whiteboard. That's what we need. Just have a whiteboard right here, and we can just.
Yeah, just go ahead and do it all up and all that kind of stuff there. All right. So check. So 57 pounds. You know, Gilman's
57
obviously 57 kilos. Gilman's obviously going to be in the mix for that one. Cologne, Garrett, and all those guys have the ability to pull down from 61 to 57, but I think what's going to be more interesting about 57 kgs, especially the Olympic year, is going to be the addition of Spencer Lee, Dayton Fix, Gilman. You know, so you got Gilman kind of as the old guard, but like all these young guys that are going to be talented young guys that have a potential to like make the world team / Olympic team at that weight. Like, you know, I think that's going to be a crazy thing. So I don't know if we just say Gilman right now because he is the guy that's been at the weight, or because we can't really. Well, I mean, I guess we are not jokingly, but that's what we're doing is predicting the future. But do we think one of those young guys like Spencer Lee, who would be in the same room as Gilman, or Dayton Fix, can potentially take that spot and go to the Olympics? And we're not even talking about what they're going to place them, but just like making the Olympic team. Like,
so what
we got that young talent, but can they displace Gilman at the moment?
So what happened at Final X? How did Gilman and Fix end up? What was it? Was it 2-0 or was it 1-1? And then
Gilman, like, I think won both matches.
Yeah,
I think it was 2-0.
So with that, I just
and next year's Worlds, so it's another year, but like that's 2 years off. So we got Worlds, and then like Fix has got another thing.
But yeah, I've got Gilman at 57. I think if anyone were to do it, as much as I hate to say it, I don't see it being Spencer Lee as much as I do Dayton Fix.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not saying Spencer Lee's not. You know, Spencer Lee's the real deal. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, and this is my Spencer Lee bandwagon man over here.
But I mean, honestly, just especially because Dayton Fix has got the experience wrestling against him too.
Yeah.
Spencer Lee's probably rolled around with.
Well, Lee's gonna have had that experience being in the room with him. It's gonna be
that's
that
what
whole
I'm saying. So
Ramos, Dan Dennis thing. You know,
I just think when it comes to as far as like the competing on the big stage, Fix will have the slight upper hand. So if someone knocks Gilman off, it'll be Fix. And let me put that as. You want to do backups or no? I'll put backup possible.
And see, this one wasn't even the one I was thinking about getting into yet. With
no, the one we talked about getting into.
Well, it'd be in the upper ranges over here.
There's
so,
2 of them. I think.
You know, this is so far off. I'm gonna go Lee.
Lee is
my front runner, and then just because you didn't pick him and then Fix, but I'm gonna say one of the Young Bucks takes it because we gotta have that spot where the Young Bucks go in and gets that one. 65, you know, that is currently Logie Bear's weight, but that's where we're gonna see. What is that? That's gonna be the reemergence of Zane Rutherford. Not reemergence. He's taking some time off Penn State. Zane Rutherford, J.O., Logie Bear, and anybody else kind of like in that realm of 65. It's going to be a fire weight class that Olympic year to see who goes up to that, who drops down to that. 65 is going to be a fun weight to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And just right now, just because it's so far off, I'm going to get Jordan Oliver. J.O. I love watching J.O. wrestle. I just want to see him get back to it, especially after being banned for a year, hungry to be back into it, you know. I mean, heck, when he wrestled Chamizo, he had kept it a close match when they did beat the streets together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think J.O.'s got all the makings of a great freestyle wrestler. He just, again, like the others, hasn't had his shot at the world team yet.
Just to be different, because we're, as much as I want to.
And this is a way out. This is a couple year off speculation, so we may have to come back and relook at our archives when we come to this and come back to this.
I'm gonna say Zane.
Yeah. So we may have to come back to this one after a little, but it's still fun to talk about just because we're coming up next.
Yeah.
All right. 74 is Burrow's weight. We already know that's Burrow's weight. Do we go against Burrows? And again, this is speculation. Do you think? I think Dake goes down to Burrows. I think Dake's not quite big enough to go up to Taylor yet. Taylor's filled out at 86. He looks awesome. He's a big 86. I mean, he's spent the time. He's progressively gotten bigger and gone there. I think he's the, 86 pounder of the future, or not 86 pound, 86 kilo guy. Dake just, his frame. Dake looks like he's full. Could he get bigger? Yes,
But how would it affect his?
But how would it affect how? And he's all into the whole dynamic movement and everything else that he does. I don't see him trying to gain weight to go up to 86. I see him doing it right and going back down to Burrows. Especially Burrows got third this year. Next year's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be another year at Worlds. But will Dake make his progression down already? Will he stay at 79 and then during the Olympic year try to go down? Or does he start paring his body back now this far in advance so that he is ready to go at 74? I think it's going to be interesting.
So who do you have?
I think Dake goes down, but I pick Burrows just because I'm not going to pick against him yet. I say yet because there will be a time. And I think next year when we look at this after Worlds, it'll be interesting to see if I still go with Burrows or not.
So,
but you may not even think Dake's going down because you got Dake going up.
Yeah, I have him going up actually.
If you got him going up, then 74 is easy for you. Then you got Burrows all day. All right. So we can put Burrows and then let's go talk about 86 and you can decide who you pick there because depending on which way we go with that. Because at 86, Taylor's the man.
Yeah, he is.
Okay? And on my side, because I have Dake going down to 74, I'm going to say I got Taylor at 86. But I'm going to play devil's advocate. If Dake was to go up, Dake beats Taylor. No, I'm not saying like he will. I'm just saying you can say that because that's what Dake has done.
Yeah, he has.
Dake has beaten Taylor every time they've wrestled from the from Southern Scuffle back in college to the Classic to the finals to trials. I mean,
Dake's
the guy that beats Taylor. Yeah.
And my thing is
this is at 86.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. This is not
the same Taylor.
Yeah, this isn't David Taylor of, this is a bigger, stronger, I would even say slightly more motivated David Taylor than we've seen in the past. But with that being said, if they go again, just on history alone, I cannot go against
Dake.
Yes, I'm going to go Dake at 86 if that's the case. If Dake does go up.
If he goes up, yeah. We got to somehow figure asterisks out to figure out. All right, let's just play the devil's advocate for you. If Dake goes to Burrows, who do you have?
If it's Dake and Burrows, honestly,
2 years out.
2 years out. I think
we might
still go
this.
Burrows. I still probably go Burrows.
All right.
I think where Dake's at with 79.
And then I would almost say, almost the same thing right now. I want to wait next year when we revisit this.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm gonna say, I'd probably say Dake too, just based off previous stuff. But at the same time, watching Taylor, who he's wrestled.
So you want
gosh.
You want me to scratch out Taylor?
No. Leave Taylor for mine for right now, just because my whole thing is based off of Dake going down.
Yeah.
But and here's where. Oh wait, no. I completely forgot. This is also based off of. Man, imagine if Dake went up to Taylor and Cox went down. Imagine if Dake went to 86 and Cox went to 86 too.
That would be a weight class.
Oh my God!
I'd be tuned
my head
in.
would blow up.
I'd have my drink right here, some popcorn right here. I'd be sitting back.
Oh my gosh! My head would explode. Now, a part of me wants to see Cox wrestle Taylor because I still think there's unfinished business there. I just want to see that grudge match. I don't think I see Cox cutting the weight to go to Taylor though.
Ooh.
I think Cox will go up to Snyder. And then that leads to me thinking in my mind another super match of sorts. Captain America versus the Alien.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you label this one. Captain America versus the Alien. Now, as much as Gadsden tried to do Captain America versus Black Panther just for the fun of it and like try to like go there was never really much of that in my mind. And maybe for the rest of the world, maybe they did think it or maybe they didn't. But this one, Captain America versus the Alien, that's a legit match.
It is.
They have wrestled. They have had, they've beaten each other. You know what I mean? Like, and if Cox is on his upward trajectory of what he can do, of wrestling to what he can do, dude, that's not an easy match for Captain America.
Mm-mm. So,
I mean, I'm gonna pick Snyder.
Yeah,
I think I've got to go Snyder.
I mean, I still have to go Snyder, simply because I don't see how you can bet against him, but that's a match that, oh my god.
Yes, it's gonna be amazing.
It's a scary one though because the size.
All right, let's go 125. Do you got Gwiz or Kuhn, or do you have Gable? 2 years from now.
Gable, I think will. Well, no, because 2 years from now he'll be able to develop a little bit more. Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Because he's a world. Isn't he world?
I'll tell you this:
world
it's either going to be between Gable or Kuhn. I don't see Gwiz holding on to the spot. Not saying he's
two-time world bronze medalist.
Yeah, I mean he's
pretty darn good.
Yeah, he's good.
Pretty darn good.
I don't know. It's just the
name or star power of those two names. Maybe I don't know.
No, it's not. It's just the absolute obsession that I've seen from Kuhn.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just going to be like an evil scientist in the lab, and I think he's going to end up besting. So I'm going to say Kuhn. I'm going to have Kuhn.
Well, I knew you would.
Yeah. Has nothing to do with me being a homer.
Lies. All lies.
100% lies.
He's the only Michigan dude out there. Of
Right?
course you're going to pick him.
Hey, I could have thrown Micic in there somewhere if I realistically.
And Micic wrestles for another country, moron.
I mean, you never know.
That's why I say the sickle. He's got one of the coolest nicknames, the sickle. But
he can always come up. Chamizo is
hopefully they castrate him during Worlds
wrestling for Italy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
I'm saying Micic.
I know. I guess for me then, just because I want a young buck here, I'm gonna go Stevenson. I mean, we're that far out. Our ideas are gonna change after we see next year. I think our choices right now, no lie, I think could change greatly after we see Worlds. After we see Worlds next year.
Yeah, I mean,
but this is just looking ahead from what we're seeing and what potentially our lineup now to what it could be for the Olympics and who could not be on that team. Mm-hmm. To me is just amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, because as much as I'd say, you say Burroughs is a lock, but like, daggum, 57 is open, 65 is open. Realistically, could Burroughs not be on that world team? That's amazing to even think about. To think that, if I look at this, I feel really bad because, like, why do I not have Dake on here? But on the same token, when you look at how do you not have Taylor on the world team? I mean, how do you not have Dake or Taylor on the world team at this point in time?
How do I not have J.O.? I mean,
how did neither one of us pick Gwiz, our current two-time world bronze medalist who's proven himself to not be... I mean... And this is the great thing about this is, again, that's why we're going to be in the medals. That's why, because of the depth that we have, and I think it's awesome finally building this depth.
What's absolutely crazy?
It's great for wrestling. It's great for our sport.
You could take both of our picks and then take our backup picks and still have a solid competitive team.
Yeah, and that's why I think that's why the route that we're headed and everything we got going on, I think it's amazing. Yeah, I'm just, dude, our team's going to be straight. Like Belgium straight fire. I mean, room full of world beaters. I mean, basically, from the young guys on. I mean, killer stuff.
I mean, the fact that we're even talking about having Lee, Fix, Gilman, what?
Yeah.
Which actually, the more I think about it, Iowa guys do usually have more success at that world level. So it's kind of crazy that I didn't.
Especially at the lightweight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. And that's what I mean specifically for that lightweight. It's kind of crazy that I didn't put Lee as the backup. But I mean,
Lee.
You could.
People say, "Where's my Iowa shirt?" Well, yeah, I'm wearing my other Iowa aggressive cuddling shirt instead.
I mean, you could actually have Team 1 and then Team 1A, and like I said, still be competitive.
Still be
on that. on that big stage.
Yep. All right.
Crazy.
Since we're on the heavyweights, we're talking about Kuhn. Women's team did great.
Mhm.
Freestyle men's did great. Men's Greco did not do great. We had one medal, and it was Kuhn at silver, which is a shining thing. Yes. I was talking to my buddy Nick about it. I'm not mad that Kamal Bey didn't medal because, yes and no. I'm mad that he didn't medal because I want to see him medal. But watching him wrestle, the man goes out there and just throws bombs every chance he gets. He's entertaining. He's good for the sport. It's gonna come for him. I 100% believe it will. Once he figures out just a few little things, but I love watching him wrestle because it's just throw fest after throw fest after throw fest, which is amazing. He's great for the sport. But one of the things that I thought was really interesting.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, it was.
As soon as I dropped it.
One of the things that was really interesting was, listen to some of the other podcasts. I think it was Flow. They were talking about what does the Greco team do? How is it that our one guy that medaled was the guy who was going both styles, was runner up to our world bronze medalist. Let me repeat this. Our man at heavyweight was the runner-up to our man for freestyle who placed bronze, who then won the spot at Greco and then placed silver. He's the only guy to medal out of that whole Greco team. And then there was some stuff like some of the people, well, maybe not some, at least one, Thekel, he wasn't happy about the training camps and all that. Anyway, but they were like, well, what's the answer to our Greco? Why aren't we medaling more? Why aren't we placing more? Why isn't Greco getting more love? We're finally getting some people like Kamal Bey and stuff like that. And here it is. I think I've got the answer. Why don't more of our guys go both styles?
Yeah. And
just go train both styles. And I know it's a lot of people are like, well, that's stupid because all our freestylers are going to focus on freestyle. What I'm saying is put Dake in a Greco match.
See, that's exactly what I was about to say. You can take someone like Dake who...
He would be great.
Yeah, he would.
Our guys go train with the Greco guys to learn how to turn people on top and how to parterre. So why can't we have more of what we do? And I know it's still different styles, and we're talking about elite levels, but we send our youth and we send our young people. You go do both weights. You go both styles. Yeah. You learn from both, and you can learn to translate. I think that in order for our Greco system to survive, that there needs to be some of them still going freestyle or vice versa somehow, some way, in order to maybe save Greco.
Because then even at this case, all these backup guys that we have that would have to be there. I mean, if Dake goes at 86 and Taylor's out, let Taylor go get.
I think Kamal Bey gets better wrestling some freestyle.
Yeah.
I'm talking about internationally and going to different tournaments and doing things. Didn't hurt Kuhn any.
No.
So do we need to see something else change or something else going on? Very possibly. So, is this an absurd idea? If you think it's an absurd idea, let me know. But right now, I think that if we get our Greco guys to wrestle some freestyle, or also get our freestyle guys to wrestle some Greco, what if one of our freestyle guys who's second or third in line says, hey, this is fun. I like this. And goes off in medals. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. And I agree. It is kind of sad that our world team for freestyle did so good or did so well, and then you turn around in Greco, it's just yeah.
And I love Greco, but I see no problem with training both styles, and carrying some of that stuff over, and maybe doing a little bit of both, because and Kuhn right now is our. Or my argument for doing it. We've talked about it before. Dake throws bombs. He would be great in Greco.
Absolutely. I think even though that chest lock is coming off someone attacking those legs, still to show that he's
still,
it still shows that he can.
You don't think he could dig an underhook and
exactly,
still hit a back arch too?
Absolutely, yeah. There's no doubt that he can translate his style into that Greco world.
Because according to this, if I didn't have him here, then I'd love to see him on the Greco team.
Going for Greco.
So I don't know. I think that's who am I? I'm just the guy over here at Cerebrus Wrestling Podcast, and that's just my idea. But that was what I was gonna say earlier because I did think about that the other night, and I was like, well, there's my answer.
Yeah.
You know, call up USA Wrestling. I'm call Matt Leland up. I'll get you on the phone. Go have our guys wrestle some freestyle. Go both ways there with that. All right. All right. So that was the Worlds Freestyle Greco. We could talk about Helen Maroulis. You know, I think she'll be back for Worlds next year or the Olympics. She recovers. Great to see Adeline Gray come back after injury. Women's team had a lot of other new faces on there. I thought they wrestled great. And then I guess transition back over to college. College wrestling's going on, which is awesome to see again. We talked about watching a big match together, getting some wings then.
Have you mentioned about Bo Nickel this year?
No, I mean, other than him going up a way,
or we haven't. I don't think we've really talked.
We haven't really talked about it yet.
No, I mean, what do you think about that?
I guess good for Penn State's lineup. I think doesn't it open up somebody? I mean, their lineup is interesting. They've got all those guys. I think what's interesting about that is who do they have at 97 anyway, or 95, whatever. They had the two guys there that were always jockeying for the spot. I think one of them is actually bumping up to heavyweight while the other one is dropping down, so it splits people up over there. I think it must be good for their room. I can't fault whatever they're doing. I think it'll be interesting. I think it leaves it wide open. Not wide open, but I think it's now Miles Martin's weight at 85.
Yeah.
You know, he goes to 97. You know,
I'm just the thing I'm worried about is not saying. Bo's a great wrestler, but I worry about the size. He's not a small guy.
It'll be interesting to see him wrestle the Kyle Cannells and the
bigger,
Colin Moores,
meatier guys. Yeah,
you know,
because he's not. And what I mean, I'm not saying he's a small dude. It's just
he's tall.
He's tall.
He's tall and he's long.
But he's not.
But if he does he? I mean, well, how long have they been working on that since? Did they know at the end of last year? I haven't really seen a picture of him lately, or
no, neither have I.
I gotta look up. Maybe if I can look up, find a match, see has he wrestled yet, and see what he looks like, how big he is.
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing.
That'd be interesting to see how big he is.
I haven't seen
what
him
he
really
looks
on
like.
Instagram or anything, so
yeah.
I'm very curious because once him and Kyle Cannell go at it.
Yeah.
I wonder how that goes.
And that was the other thing. It's the very beginning of the year. You want to pull up the weight classes and do we want to go ahead and pick our champions right now?
We can.
You know, I mean, just based off of our it's close to our preseason. It's not really preseason, but as close to. It still has been.
Oh, it's right there. Wow, I don't know what I was doing.
No, that's freestyle. No, we're looking for.
We need to go to.
NCAA.
Down. It was, Wikipedia collegiate wrestling.
Right there. All right.
Well, I was gonna say below that one. I'm sure you can find it on here somewhere.
Hey, well, I think we know.
Yeah, right there.
So, 125. Who you got?
125. I've got to stay with my boy Spencer Lee.
And now this is just also guessing on where people go. So
let's just do this. Hold on. I can figure a better way to do this. NCAA wrestling preseason rankings. Yeah, let's just do this because they usually have weight by weight.
Yeah. All right. So you got Lee.
I've got Lee. Yeah.
You need another piece of paper or?
No, we can do it on the back.
All right. So you got Lee. Do we know if Dayton Fix is going 25 or 33?
I haven't seen anything about it, honestly.
Yeah.
If you can find that, that would come in handy. So yeah, here we go. We got the weight right here. 125.
All right. So let's just go off. Yeah.
Oh, it's not even showing Fix
on that list. All right, I'm gonna go with Lee at 125.
Okay. Yep, Dayton Fix is going 33 apparently. So 125.
Yeah. We'll see how close we end up, or
This
how
is
much
just more, yeah,
or how much we
prediction.
change by the end of the year. Because I'm pretty sure we might end up changing too. So this is kind of fun. So we both say Lee. 133. I got Suriano.
That's Suriano.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is really hard because looking at my man Seth Gross up there.
yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I can't. It's too biased.
Go ahead.
What? You see, you already knew.
Hey, Coach from Michigan, go ahead and don't send him any gear.
Fournette.
Fournette. So yeah, because he's not going to pitch the.
So this is
he's
what
not picking the sickle. He's
So
not picking the sickle right now.
These are two people right here.
Pletcher and
Pletcher is not going to. Pletcher, I think, is now going to be in a weight class where it's stacked and he's going to kind of fall down. Tariq Wilson's going to be one to look out for after what he did last year. Oh, do I go against Seth Gross?
Don't forget DeSantos in the weight now too.
You're going to get your arms ripped off, guys. No, Komori. For the sake of being different, I'm going to stay with Gross. Although, if I would have picked Suriano.
Yeah.
Realistically.
All right, 141. I mean, he's the man that I said had more of a chance to
Yanni,
beat a four-timer than Lee. Okay, so yeah, I gotta go Yanni.
And
But daggum, if like McKenna and Ironman, Cade Brock I love, but he never.
I'm going Yanni D too.
Yeah.
But no, this is an interesting weight class.
Oh, it's gonna be a great weight class this
yeah.
year. It's gonna be a great weight class this year.
And
All right, we have 49 next.
Ugh.
Well,
yeah, 49.
49 is one that I think has opened up. You know,
Dude from Princeton, how you pronounce
Kolodzik?
it? Yeah, Kolodzik. Came in out of nowhere
Yeah.
during the NCAA. So
All right, for me, just with the names that I know out of this weight, though, I mean, daggum, Pat Lugo's 10, though? I'm going to pick Iowa Pat Lugo. No, I'm just kidding. You know, actually, Oh, dude, can I pick two Rutgers guys to win? Like...
oh, so now you're a Rutgers fan? Wow.
Not... I mean, I guess, kind of, sort of, but not really. I mean...
I'm surprised you're not even talking about Micah Jordan.
Well, okay. See, that was the one I was going to pick. For me, I was looking at Jordan or Ashnault. And the reason why I hadn't instantaneously picked Jordan is, like, Jordan's fault that everybody has always talked about, unless we've seen something change, is his ability to get out off of bottom.
Yeah.
And in today's time, more people picking top, somebody could pick top on him and ride him out. But... Daggum, that's hard to pick against him, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. I'm gonna go Ashnault just because why not?
So I'm
Which,
stuck
from
with.
what I've seen, a lot of people think that he has a better chance of winning than they think Suriano does, which blows my mind. But
Yeah. Honestly, like Ashnault, I think.
I do like Michael Jordan a lot, though.
The two people I'm thinking of actually is Kolodzik.
Yeah.
Just because of the showing he did put on in NCAA last year, I wonder if he keeps that going. Because if he does, then I can honestly see him winning. And then
I think I
can
like
see
him winning.
Leaf, Grant Leaf.
Yeah.
He did okay. I had him going further than what I think he did, but just for the sake of putting someone down, I'll stay with Kolodzik.
Yeah, I always like the Ivy League schools too, because I think
Yeah.
it's awesome when one of those guys emerges. You know,
And so we got to go to 57 now.
57.
This is I'm gonna go. I'll let you choose first because I already know who I'm going with.
I'm gonna go. It's one of those things that people say I'm crazy for, just because we met him and he plays second. I'm going. Yeah, you already know. I'm right. I'm going Hidley. Met him, liked his mindset, liked how he answers questions at the camp. I think he can do it. This is one of those things that a lot of people are like, to pick against an off is stupid. I have a tendency to lean towards stupid. It's not the first time I've done that.
Hey, you're not the one that had Abinator beating Bo in
Yeah.
NCAA's.
So yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, the obvious choice here is
Yeah, I mean,
Pantelio. I'm just kidding. No,
He's trying to get his gear back for him.
no, but
Don't give
honestly,
it to him.
I can't bet against Knopf.
Yeah, if I didn't,
Um,
if I hadn't personally met Hidley and just seen how he works and
Yeah.
his stuff,
Keep
I
it-
mean, I don't know why I wouldn't pick Knopf.
Yeah, but Heisley
something
also
like
looked
that-
impressive too.
Yeah. Something like that. That's my bracket winner.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to like the end of the year, a choice like that is what wins you the bracket.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Knopf, mainly to keep it different too, because we keep
Yeah,
our
we
picks
do. We
different.
go a lot.
We do. So I want to keep it different. But
65.
me
Neither
and-
one of you.
me
Neither
and
one of us.
Quasi just talked about this. Not even kidding. We talked about Vincenzo Joseph Saturday night while we were watching UFC fights. All this craziness was going on. We were sitting here talking about NCAA wrestling. Nerds. Yeah. You got.
Not Joseph, just because I'm stupid again. Because like I don't want to pick him, but like how do you kind of pick against him after he beats Imar twice and he's going for his third now?
I can already tell you I've got.
For me, I want to the bull.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You going with the bull?
No.
Huh?
I am not.
It was either the bull or Wick for me.
So.
No, I'm gonna throw a complete one. I'm gonna go JoJo Smith from Oklahoma State.
Oh, you're going.
No, I'm not. I should, but
So, with I'm gonna be a little crazy here.
who does Michigan have?
Logan Massa.
Oh, yeah, okay, it's not that crazy.
I mean, Massa's beaten.
Yeah, no, that's why I said no. That's not that crazy.
Yeah, he's beaten Marinelli.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Massa. Simply because yes, that is a slight homer pick. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna BS that one. That's slightly
Yeah.
homering. Just simply because I thought he could have. He just came off injury and wrestled Joseph, and he.
Speaking of your homer situation, Miles Amin
Yeah.
is a dude to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way he ended last year and coming into this year, he's going to be a dude to watch.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't see anybody beating Valencia.
No, not even close.
I mean, possibly close. I mean, Mark Hall's always in the mix, but I mean,
Realistically, but
Valencia,
Valencia's
I think,
giant.
I think he's finding a way to separate
Yeah.
himself from Mark Hall finally.
Yeah.
So
It's hard. You can't really bet against Mark Hall in any other situation except this one.
Yeah,
I just think
yeah.
Valencia is just that.
good.
He's that good. He's the size he has
He's going to be a
is
good freestyle when he
yeah,
gets
he's
done too.
crazy good freestyle
He's
already.
another one. Yeah.
I would tell you one that you didn't even mention that people need to watch out for is Kimmerer though, and also McFadden.
Kemmer moving up, McFadden at Virginia. I mean,
I can't wait to see.
I mean,
what
what's
Kimmerer
crazy
does.
is Kemmer is moving up from 65, not one weight classes, but two weight classes.
Yeah.
So, you know, or was it 57? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was at 57. But
I'm excited to see it.
yeah,
I wonder because if someone's going up that much, you kind of think like,
Yeah.
how strong are they going to be?
or like maybe he was cutting that much weight.
Yeah. So that's
80
that's my
84. I think we
watch.
both said Miles.
Yeah, we
did
both
Miles
had
Martin,
Martin.
just because with the exodus of Bo Nickel, like I'm kind of sad that we don't see this happen again. Like, does Miles fix his chance to put Bo on his back, or does Bo do both things and roll him through again? But since Bo's not there, I think Miles Martin's kind of.
Yeah.
As much as there is a lock on a weight class, I think would be it. With
Yeah, I mean, because you even look at who else is in here besides Shakur Rashid.
Shakur Rashid, yeah, I mean we get
Zach Zavadsky from Virginia Tech looked okay during the tournament. Other than the Preach from Lehigh.
Yeah. So, but I really think Miles Martin kind of runs away with this weight
Yeah.
class.
Let's get to 97. And this, Bo Nickel, as we were talking.
He's ranked number 1. Kyle Cannell.
That's crazy.
Where's
Colin Moore.
Colin Moore? Where?
3.
3. Okay, I looked right past his name for whichever reason. You know, as crazy as it sounds, I'm not gonna pick Bo Nickel right now because I haven't seen him wrestle at the weight class.
Yeah, I haven't even seen what he looks like.
like how big he is there. Colin Moore, I think, has something to prove from last year. I don't know if he was unhealthy last year or whatever happened. I mean, I think that top three is,
It's A1, or I would say 1A, 1B, 1C almost.
yeah.
But I mean, Cannell did
Beat Colin
yeah,
Moore
he
twice.
pinned him.
So I mean, he's the natural number two. I think Bo just gets it because he's from Penn State. I don't know why. He's not ranked behind one of those guys just because.
Yeah.
So
Who you got?
Colin Moore.
Colin Moore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue on with the Cinderella type story and go in Cannell.
Finally finishes it.
Yeah, I think he finally gets it this year.
Yeah.
After what he did last year, and
Now heavyweight's interesting because I think I saw something where Gable Stevenson was gonna redshirt this year, which I don't understand why. So
it's not showing it right here though. It's not showing it right here. It has him at 5.
Do they have
Has
him
him
there?
as a freshman.
Daggum, because I was gonna go
Yeah.
Iowa, I was gonna go bookends for Iowa. I'm gonna go with still thinking that he's redshirt. I'm gonna go Sam Stoll.
Same stuff.
We can go asterisk if Gable's in. I think Gable can win it at heavyweight, which is just like an amazing feat.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with I think he's out. Sam Stoll. I'm gonna go bookend. Lee Stoll. I'll wear my Iowa shirt and actually cheer for an Iowa guy. So instead of wearing it and picking against him, which is normally what I do.
Nick Neville's is kind of overlooking him, but
Well, there's also the whole thing with I don't even know if he's going to be their starter when they come to the tournament time.
yeah,
Kazar might actually beat him
could
in the wrestle off, like in the room.
So as far as I'm going to take the safe bet here and stay with Stoll as well. If Stevenson wrestles, I have Stevenson.
I think we both, yeah. So we
yeah.
can both say that. If Stevenson wrestles, we both go him, but otherwise, Stoll.
Let's see.
All right, so we have our preseason choices or beginning of the year choices. We can come back. We can make changes to later on in the year or at the end of the year before the tournament begins, or just look at our greatness of our choices from here on out. All right. Well, we actually talked about wrestling more than I thought we were.
Yeah, I know we
really
didn't
kind of
talk
wanted
about
to go.
DC. We didn't.
Yeah, let's hit DC up really quick.
One thing I was getting close to that hour.
Yeah, but I think we'll kind of throw our little things out there.
It still applies to wrestling.
It does apply to wrestling. One, everybody talked about DC's ankle pick. I said, don't forget Randy Couture hit it against
James Toney.
James Toney. But just a quick summary of DC. I don't think he ever goes back to 205, and I think he needs to retire before he sneezes again.
So yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, an hour before gates opened, he alerted the UFC that he was actually going to fight. The entire morning, they had this man walking on a treadmill, had the electrostimulation on him, a heating pad wrapped around him, because he has a tradition. Every fight day, he goes out and runs. He went to go run, started his run, or before his run, he sneezed and threw his back out. I'm not making that up.
DC is going to retire, double champ, and come join the Old Man Wrestling League that we are still working our logistics
He's
out
in your
on.
weight class, though.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yay! All right, I get extra points for stalling, remember? So I will stall effectively. But no, I think that
Create stalling points.
as much as I want to cheer for DC being the wrestler and everything else, I don't see good matchups from here on out. He beat Popeyes, dude. That it kind of infuriated me that they even had that fight in a way. Just because, how much of a challenge was that really? Yes, puncher's chance, blah, blah, blah. But, he even said it himself in the interview, and then they made the fight. I need to take my fat bleep and go do some cardio.
Yeah, and then someone said, hey, Derek Lewis, how about you go do some cardio right after that fight? And he was like, no.
No, yeah, so for them to make that fight was just, to me, all sorts of
Well, it's
garbage.
like I said, I think it was a last-minute thing because they anticipated John Jones being
Well, I think that funny little video I showed you summed everything up perfectly. up to the end with the USADA deflated Brock on there, which was hilarious.
The little tiny Brock.
So basically, I think I don't think there's good matchups for
Yeah.
DC. I think you get a fully how do we want to call Brock, like a fully enraged Brock that doesn't care if he fails a drug test or not in
Foot
there.
cream.
Using his foot cream, I think Brock on his foot cream is going to be hard for DC to handle.
Yeah, because the size is just so.
John Jones, I'm going Jones. I don't care if you put the asterisk next to it. Has won 2 fights out of that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have my career ender being a third loss to the man.
Well, I think that's the perfect thing is if he loses, it's the final, like, it's not meant to be, let me hang up the hat, right off into the sunset, is still being one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
And if he
But-
wins, it's ultimate redemption.
it is. But at the same time, though, he can retire on top of 2
Yeah.
divisions.
Before I forget, we did the NCAA champs here. I'm kind of backtracking here. Who comes out with the end of the season championship, team-wise?
Crazily enough, like, I don't know how.
You're going to say Okie State, aren't you?
I should. But, like, I don't know how Penn State wins that because we didn't pick any of their guys. Or I
Oh.
didn't pick any of their guys. You picked Knopf.
I mean, you can never count out Penn State.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they are the perennial front runner of
I
like
mean,
everything, and I
we're
don't
not
have a
even talking
single
about-
one of their guys picked yet. Now, are there guys we're talking about? Yes. I mean, you have to talk about almost all of them. I mean,
Mark Hall.
you got to talk about Mark Hall. You got to talk about Nickel. You got to talk about Knopf.
Neville.
Neville's could be up in there.
Actually, just kidding. I picked
Yeah.
Knopf.
Yeah, you did. I said that was the
Yeah.
only thing. So like, they're still like ahead somehow on everything.
Those lower weight classes too. I think the fact
Nick
that
Lee and a couple other people.
oh
but,
yeah, Nick Lee, I forgot about
Yeah.
which he didn't do too
No,
much
I don't
last
think.
year though.
Yeah, I'm not sold on him yet. But like, how do you not say Penn State doesn't win it again? I don't think Ohio State's
I
there.
got Central Michigan all day. I'm just kidding.
I
The
mean,
Chippewas.
based off of my thing, I don't know how I don't say Iowa.
Yeah.
I got Stoll, Bull, and Lee.
Mhm.
I got 3 champs. If Iowa comes out with those 3 people,
Yeah.
and Penn State doesn't win those matches, I think Iowa wins.
Sorry, that was North Dakota calling me. It's Brock Lesnar. Iowa. I mean, that's who I was gonna say. For me, it's a. I see it either. I mean, you can never count out. You can never count out Penn State, obviously. Ohio State, I just don't think is gonna have.
Not this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just don't think Ohio State's going to have the pieces to be close again. Iowa, honestly, Iowa's stacked right now. I mean, they've still got a lot of people. And you can say it home ring. Michigan's still got a lot of people.
Michigan still, I mean, it is home ring, but it's also true.
But yeah, it's true. They've kept a lot of people.
Michigan, I can see pulling what Minnesota did doing several years ago.
Yeah.
The year that they won it without a single champion.
Yeah, just
The backside was,
Mhm.
they lost, but their backside was so dominant. Like, that's how good their team was, that they had upsets, but then all their guys came through on the backside.
I'm going to go Iowa.
You know,
I mean, even the guys.
even though on paper it should be Penn State, but
Yeah.
again, we can reevaluate.
I
that
just
one.
don't think that Penn State's gonna have. It's gonna have the numbers like they did. Like last year, they had someone almost everywhere, other than 125,
Yeah,
133.
if they did have somebody at heavy, Nickel, Hall, Vincenzo, because they had 5 champions last year, or 5, so that's like 4 potential finalists.
Yeah, Zane. But
Zane,
he's not here. But he's not
Nolf,
gonna be there.
Nolf, so
Nolf.
they still have potentially 5 finalists. God, dog, how do you not pick them? Change it. No, I'm not. No, leave it.
I don't know. I just think Iowa. I mean, you look at Iowa; they're gonna
This
have
is-
unlocked
hey.
the lower weight classes,
Yeah.
and I think that's gonna be.
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see
the
the season as it unfolds. You know, wrestling season, aggressive cuddling season, whichever way you want to call it. Good stuff.
Yeah. This was a
DC,
good wrestling conversation.
DC,
God.
come join the league. Retire with both belts.
I mean, he coaches high school he coaches wrestling
Yep.
for free. Why don't you come help us out?
Yep.
So,
Hey, come on, man. Come
we
on.
got a couple heavyweights.
There you go. So
But no, I mean, this was a really good wrestling discussion today.
it was.
This was
good
probably one of
stuff.
my most favorite ones that we've done so far.
Yes. All right. Go ahead. Fractal BJJ.
Yep.
Hit him up. Order some shirts. Get you some soap. Stay clean this season.
Yes.
And until next time.
Bye bye.